What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It is MB the Life Coach, your absolute favorite mental health and success coach, and you already know why we're here. We have yet again another Black business highlight. Today, we actually got a mama-daughter duo, so I am getting ready to invite them in, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it popping with today's interview. Let me see. Masksbyloretta. Okay, cool. Hello, lovelies. How are you?
Hold on, we're setting up. Hold on. Okay, is that good?
Okay.
Can you see both of us?
Yes, I can see you both. How are you?
Good. How are you
I
doing?
am well. I'm so excited to have you both today. Before we get too far into the interview, I do want to give you the floor so you can introduce yourselves and let the people know a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, sure. I'm Rondell.
And I'm Loretta,
And
and
we
we
are
are
Masked
Masked
by
by
Loretta.
Loretta. I'm a professional registered nurse, and
And I'm an LPN, so I'm also a nurse.
Okay. And did the whole mask idea, let's talk about like the walkthrough with that from, an idea to it being a tangible business.
Sure. So in April of 2020, in the height of the pandemic, everything was just scarce.
Yes.
And we saw the need in our community to be able to help others stay protected. So we started with a handful of masks that I had to ask my mom to make a few times. And
I had never made a mask in my life.
Are you serious?
So
Okay.
I did not know how to make a mask. I can sew clothes, I can sew pretty much anything, but I never made a mask. So when she said, Mom, are you going to make masks? I'm like, I don't know. So I made my first mask. I screwed it up, of course. Then I tried a couple more, and then I eventually got it right after like a few tries. And so that's how we got started. And actually started to make for my daughter and her children, for just us in the family. And people would look at it and say, I like that. Where'd you get it? She goes, my mom made it. And then she called me, Mom, you got to make some more masks. My friends are asking for masks. And so that's kind of
yes. And so now the journey has changed over time to now not only having masks, but we have scrub caps, we have scrub hats, we have wristlets. So we got you completely covered.
absolutely.
Well, that's an exciting transition in general. Most people start with an idea and then they're like, okay, from the marketing, like start to finish, I have to push it. But this was something that went from, an idea because of circumstances to, okay, I'll do this for the family, and boom, now you're able to really hit the ground and run with it. So with this being a need-based business, especially during the height of the pandemic, what was that's like? Was it something that happened like kind of immediately? And then how has that grown since the full-fledged launch?
So it was immediate. We had a lot of orders, a lot. Let me just make sure that you can hear me because I feel like the phone is. You can hear me fine, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we had a lot of orders, and on top of that, we had a lot of need.
Mhm.
So during the course of almost now 2 years, we have not only sold, but we gave away a lot.
Wow.
And so it changed from selling to giving to selling to giving. It's just like a cycle.
Absolutely. And what was it like, like at the height of the success where everything just kind of started to hit at once? What was that feeling like?
What was it like, Mom?
I was happy to help. I felt like I was giving back. As a nurse, I was giving. I was helping to protect people from getting sick.
Absolutely.
So I felt like I was contributing to society.
Yeah.
To help to prevent people from getting the virus.
And we didn't expect any of this at all. At all. It was just
No.
supposed to be a couple of masks, and then we were going to just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
and it just turned into a full-fledged business now.
Which is good. We love business, and we love when they are businesses that are started by people who look like us. One, because in a world full of small businesses and people who start things or, you know, may do things at a smaller scale, we still don't have enough representation in big business and in corporate America. So with that said, where do you all see yourselves in the next 3 to 5 years?
You want to answer that?
No.
So my mom asked me that question last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not want to put a cap on where exactly we saw ourselves. Now we have grown to 8 platforms. So we not only are on Instagram, but we are on Facebook, Etsy, Pinterest, Black Virtual Mall, Walmart, and the list just goes on and
Black
on.
American Market.
Yes, Black American Market, Miria as well. So we just continue to allow God to guide our paths, and we're just walking through the doors that are opening for us. So I would say the sky is the limit, honestly. The sky is completely the limit. We don't really have a cap on where exactly we see ourselves, but whatever God puts in front of us that fits for us, we're going to walk through that door.
That's beautiful. I completely valid answer. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what has probably been one of the most challenging things that you've had to overcome in building this business?
For me, it was my daughter would take the orders. My daughter, Rondell, would take the orders, and then she'll pass them on to me. I'm not very computer savvy. I'm not techie, as they say. Right? So I don't know the marketing side and how to quickly navigate stuff. So I just know how to sew. So she has her department and I have my department. So we know our limitations and we don't mix. She doesn't.
Yeah, I cannot sew at all. I don't even really know how to turn the machine on all the way. So she's ashamed of me in that aspect. And vice versa. When it comes to handling anything other than sewing, my mom wants no parts of it. And I don't want any part of the machine either. So we know our role very well. So yeah, I guess it would be a challenge if she tried to come with my side.
Right. And you know, the surprising part for me was when my daughter Rondell would take orders for stuff I've never made before. Somebody would order something, she'd go, oh, yeah. And she'll take the money. And then she call me, Mom, I have an order for so. I'm like, what?
Yeah, she can sew anything. My mom has been sewing since she was, so she's so modest about this, but she's been sewing since she was 9. So she can sew anything. There is nothing that she cannot.
Well, there are things that I've never done before.
But you can still do it.
But I can do it. I mean, I can figure it out. I am waiting for the day she's going to come to me with some white fabric and say, Mom, somebody ordered a wedding dress, and here's the fabric.
And get it done. That's it.
Well, one of the beautiful things that I see with your dynamic is, one, you both let each other live in your lane. But the other thing is you both give each other credit in the arenas that you shine, and it allows for the other person to be able to be seen from someone else's perspective. So I love that you both, you know, give each other that space, and it's like, no, you're great at what you do. This is what I would love to see from you. And it pushes you both to have to grow, which is a beautiful thing to see. The other thing that I love is that this is a mother-daughter duo. And in today's world, and exactly, the Classy Business CEO said this is completely authentic, and that's exactly what this is. And we love to see that, especially in a world where you don't often get to see a mother-daughter duo in anything. let alone business. And you all are learning how to navigate that well. So if there are any mother-daughter duos on here, or potential, businesses that could breed from a mother-daughter duo, what is some pieces of advice that you would give to the mother and or the daughter?
I would tell the mother, listen to your daughter. Whatever she says, just say yes. Because the mother is a little bit older and the daughter is more, I would say, more into fashion, knows what's happening out there. We kind of have to take a step back. Whatever she says, I say yes.
Mm-hmm.
If she says, Mom, I need to do ABC and it costs $3,000, I say, oh, yeah, go ahead. I don't argue. I don't say no. I just say, yes, go ahead, do it. Let's do it. So I just agree with her. I mean, I trust her judgment. She's not stupid, and she knows what's going on, what's out there. And so when she says something, I just kind of go along with it.
Absolutely.
We get along. We're
yeah. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Off live or on live.
Yeah, we don't fight. We don't we don't have much disagreement. So I might say, I don't call me tomorrow.
We talk every day, multiple times. And then we pause. Shout out to my circle family in the building. I see you, my inner circle family. But yeah, I would say just know your limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Know your limitations and bring your strengths to the table. And what you don't have strength in, if your partner also doesn't have strength in that, whatever whatever the business dynamic is, outsource that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, one of the biggest things that I love is that Miss Loretta said, I trust her judgment. It's very difficult for people to learn to trust somebody else's judgment. And she was like, whatever she says, I say yes. And I can tell from the dynamic that you're very thorough in explaining the why behind some of the things. Like, hey, this is what I saw. We can really do this. How do you feel about it? And her thing is, if you brought it to me, I'm sure it's a yes. And I just love that trust was the piece of advice that got thrown out there, because it's very easy in today's world and the things that you see for people to kind of break or be more reluctant when it comes to having to trust someone, especially in business. I'm glad we don't have those problems, because
yeah, we don't have those issues.
No.
And it's because we just both have a mutual understanding of where we are headed.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that our purpose is a lot bigger than even the masks, the scrub hats, the scrub caps, and the wristlets. It's more than that. It's to make an impact in our community. It's to help others in time of need. And it's to just teach and give back in whichever way that we can.
Absolutely. Well, what is one thing that you both would love for the world to know about your message and what it is that you want to convey through your platforms?
Our items are made and sold by a nurse, and it's made with love. With every order my mom gets, there's a praise dance and a huge celebration. No matter whether it's a big order or a small order, there's still the same celebration. Full transparency, within our first 3-4 months on Etsy, we had 0 sales. 0, not one. And during that time, we never doubted our greatness. We just kept going. And now we have multiple orders a day, but we went from having no orders and still remaining positive and just kept pushing to now seeing overflow. So just keep going no matter what. It would be one of our biggest messages, even in times of despair where you are easily discouraged. Just keep fighting.
And we stay positive. We do not complain, and we just thank God for each and every day. I say, every day you wake up is a good day. Every day you're above ground is a good day. So we celebrate every day. We thank God, and we do not complain, and we stay positive.
Absolutely.
If we have orders, we thank God. If we don't have orders, we still thank God. So.
I think that's
So
really the beautiful part of what you said, is being thankful even in that transparent season of we started the thing and we may not see anything for a while, but still having that same gratitude, trusting the process, trusting that God brought it to you for a reason and that he's going to take you to where your destination is, and just being grateful for the exchange of God trusting you with a thing and then giving him your yes behind it. So I am grateful for you both for saying that. One of the things that we like to do before we go ahead and close is give our guest of the day the floor to leave any last remarks, any quotes or any pieces of advice that you would give a entrepreneur who's looking to start off, and then also let the people know where they can find you.
Well, I can start with where you can find us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and our website is Masksbyloretta.com. Same name on IG and Facebook, also on Pinterest. Basically everywhere, it's Masksbyloretta. But one piece of advice, circling back to the outsourcing thing, is to always know what your limitations are. You're going to learn a lot while you're on this business journey, but there are certain things that you just are not going to be the best at. And you're going to spend a lot of time, effort, money, and resources in trying to figure that out when you could have just outsourced it. And we would have been further ahead in some areas if I hadn't been trying to create a landing page for 2 months. Or something so simple as that, where you just want to do it and you're determined to do it. And I'm grateful for the fact that I can create a landing page, but it would have saved a lot of time if I had just outsourced it in the beginning. So just know your limitations, but always, always strive for success. Don't give up, even when the journey seems unbearable at times, overwhelming at times, and just hold on to faith.
I would say there are going to be hurdles. There are going to be hindrances and obstacles. Satan is going to be throwing some roadblocks right in your face. You just have to use them as stepping stones. Learn from your mistakes each and every day. Be thankful and keep looking forward. Keep pressing in. It's going to happen. You just have to have the faith. Trust God and go forward. Look up and look forward. Do not look back. Do not look to the side or look back. Just keep hanging in there, and it's going to happen. It may not happen tomorrow or the next day, but it will and it must happen if you keep pressing, you keep pushing. God is faithful. You have to trust him and know that you're on the right path.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. We appreciate you all for sharing that. A well-needed message for some and a well-needed reminder for others. This has been an absolutely amazing and beautiful interview. Consistency, exactly. Consistency is key. Shout out.
Yeah, right. Just keep going.
Y'all, a lot of love here. I was trying to keep up, make sure we didn't miss no real questions or anything. But again, this was absolutely beautiful, refreshing to see the duo of a mother and daughter, especially the way that this complements each other, and then the message about keeping God first in all that you do, praising through the obstacles, understanding that you're going to have hurdles, being able to put your pride to the side in some cases, but then also understanding your strengths and weaknesses, as well as being able to play off of each other's strengths and weaknesses before you decide to outsource. So this was 1,000% needed. If there's ever anything that we can do here at the Black American Market to support you all better, do not ever hesitate to reach out, because we want to be able to continue to support you in your growth and in your journey. Also, for everyone in the audience, if you don't already have the app, make sure you download the app. And we got a lot of stuff coming, to include some subscription boxes that will be launching on the 15th of March. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Meanwhile, in between, definitely make sure you check out Masked by Loretta on our app as well. Visit their website, and as well as give them a follow on Instagram. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and give you the rest of your evening back. And again, as always, you're always welcome back here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. God bless and be safe.
God bless. Bye.